Hey friends, welcome back to another episode of the $5 Thrift Challenge, where I took a $5 bill, I took it to the Goodwill, to the thrift store, and I bought one single item to resell. And we've been constantly thrifting and reselling items over and over again, snowballing our profits from that $5 until we hit $10,000. We're in the middle of this $5 thrift challenge, and you guys have been enjoying this, it seems like. So if you have been, make sure to subscribe and hit the thumbs up. You can also follow me on Instagram. But we have an update for you guys today. We're in episode 8. And when I last left you, we had $703.94 in the challenge bank, which is a lot of money. That's amazing. But since I last talked to you, I've sold 3 different things. So I sold the Icebreaker Olympia Crew, this blue piece. I bought this probably in episode 2 or 3. And the nice thing about this is it's a little easier to keep track of when I bought these things because everything is marked out easily for me and which episode I bought things. But also we're getting to the point now where instead of just buying like 2 or 3 items because I'm on a strict budget of $10, we are at the point where we have so much money to play around with that we're getting into fun territory here. I sold that Icebreaker Crew. I accepted an offer of $20 on this. Even though that's a lot less than I had it listed at, I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna move these things from the challenge. So from $20, make $16 on Poshmark. And then I sold this flax gem black tank top. So the first flax piece has officially sold, which is exciting. I had so many flax pieces that I picked up in episode maybe 3 of this challenge, maybe it was 2, and this is the first one that sold. But it sold for a good amount. It was a tank top, and it sold for $32. So we made $25.60 heading into the challenge bank. And then the next piece that sold is actually the Fabletics Sherpa coat from last episode. And this was only listed for a day, and I had a few different offers on this actually. And I countered somebody, and then while I was countering somebody else's offer, somebody offered me $42, and I had it listed at $50. So I thought that was good. It sold for $42 on Poshmark. We make $33.60 heading into the challenge bank. And so in total right now, our challenge bank is at $779.14. So we're this close to $800, and it's not been that long. This is episode 8, so 2 months we've been working on this. I took $5 and I turned it into $800. If I wasn't trying to exponentially increase this by buying multiple items, then we'd probably have even more money. But right now, we've probably got at least 50 items that I've bought plus the $800. All from $5 initial investment. So this is when I'm like, if you think that you don't have the money to resell, you really do. If you only use the money that you invest from the beginning, $5 is what it took me out of pocket to start this challenge. And all of this money has come directly from that first sale. None of this is from anything else. I took taxes out, I took shipping out. All of this is just strictly from that $5 initial investment. So this really does prove that you can really do this. If you work hard and are diligent and just really stick to your budget, you can do this and you can make money. It's been 2 months. This could be somebody's side hustle. This is a great side hustle for somebody. Those are the pieces that sold. And I have an appointment up in Westfield area. So if you're new here, not following along, I have been living in the Indianapolis area for the last 2 years. And then right now we have to move from Indiana to Michigan for my husband's job. Not that we want to move, but we have to if he wants to keep his job. And so we just recently sold our house and moved out. I'm staying in between my parents' house and Jeremy's mom's house. We're going back and forth. It's been a crazy time, but today I'm going back up to where we used to live for a doctor's appointment. And because I'm going up there, I'm going to have a little bit of a nostalgic time, but I'm also going to go to one of my favorite Goodwills while I'm in the area. I'm actually going to hit up 2 Goodwills today. And so I'm going to head to one Goodwill in Westfield and one in Indianapolis and just kind of look around, see a friend while I'm in town. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be pretty sad, I think, but I think it's going to be exciting. So with no further ado, let's get this show on the road. I need to get going so I don't miss my appointment. So let's head up to Indianapolis and I'll meet you guys there. Let's go. Got to jam on the road. So this is one of the first things I've seen so far that's really interesting to me. This pair of little Tory Burch shoes. They're marked at $12.99, but they might still be worth it. They are kind of rough on the bottom, but I'm going to at least put them in the cart and we'll think about them. So here's a little tip for reselling I like to do when I'm in the men's section. Even though a lot of the things I sell are women's pieces, I do love to sell menswear as well. But something I've realized from looking in both is that a lot of times men's pants, men's jeans are marked by 30, 32, 34, 36, that kind of sizing. And there are a lot of women's jeans that are the same way. but depending on what your thrift store is like, sometimes they don't recognize that those numbers are for men's instead of women's or vice versa. And so whenever I go through the men's jeans section, I almost always will find at least a few pairs of women's jeans because they didn't know where to put them. So like I just found this pair of Fry women's jeans here in the men's section, and these are in a size 30, so they put it in with the men's size 30s, but these are actually a women's size 10. Now I don't know if these are going to be worth grabbing because they are $7.99, which is not bad, but they are, I think, a skinny jean. That's what it looks like to me at least, so I'll have to look them up to see if they're worth it. But I mean, probably for $7.99 is my guess, but that style is just so hard to sell right now. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but one of my favorite places to look for good jeans is in the men's section for women's jeans, just because they often don't get looked at from the people that are looking for women's jeans too. So hopefully that might help you out as well when you're at the thrift store. Back in the day when Madewell jeans were like the thing to be finding and reselling, I found them all the time in the men's section. So definitely worth a try if you haven't tried it before. So I've made it over to sweaters, and I saw this one hanging. And it's the new color that I'm looking for today, which is black, but I saw these little cherry prints all over it. It's fairly thick and fluffy. This is a perfect thing to pick up for winter right now for $4.99. It's an easy 25 bucks. I don't even know what the brand is. What is it? It's Altered State, which I mean is not bad at all. So I'm gonna stick that in the cart. My cart is full, and I feel like I really don't feel like I found all that much so far, which feels weird having a full cart, but I'm sure I'll be able to find some goodies that I grabbed and just was gonna think about. It's a cute little Henley tee. So I just saw this sweatshirt, and I love Beach Riot. It's a great brand. I don't often find it, so that's a treat to find this. But then next to it, you can put that in the cart. Next to it, I saw this, and it felt nice. And then I looked in the back to see if it was like Lululemon or something. I don't see any size or tag anywhere except for right down here. And if you guys have been paying attention since the first episode of this challenge, you'll know that this is what started everything out with this Finding a Vuori piece at this same Goodwill. So for $4.99, that's an obvious grab. It should sell for around $35. It's really cute. It's actually probably my size as well, because that's just how the world likes to work. They give you the cutest things always in your size, and you have to decide if you're gonna sell them or not. But I'm just making sure there's nothing else around it in the same size. Like there's a little Lucky brand top. I often pass this brand. I don't think I picked up a Lucky brand, I don't know, in a few years probably. It just doesn't move for me, or it doesn't sell for very much. It's just never actually worth it. And just like I was hoping. Let's see, $4.99. Cute. Can you tell what that is? Oh yeah. And it's a Swiftly. It's pink striped. Absolutely adorable. Okay, well, there's 3 amazing things, and they're all in my size. Does that mean I have to spend the rest of the time looking through my size at the thrift store? What a burden I will have to bear. I can make that work, though. Dang, those are the best things I found all day. How exciting. All in my size, too? But yeah, anyways, I don't even know what I was talking about. I got so excited about those pieces, but now I can go look. I'm looking right now for just everything. Ooh. Oh, pardon me. So I'm in the jeans section, and again, I don't always look through the jeans section because it's just not my favorite thing to sell, and that's okay. You can pick what you want to do. But the one thing I was thinking, I was like, you know, if I happen to find a pair of Anthropologie jeans, like a Maeve, the Colette style, that's done really well for me in the past. And y'all, I swear to you, I just grabbed literally the Colette style jean from Maeve, from Anthropologie for $7.99. It's your size 31, a great size, black denim, super cute, perfect for the season. Like maybe an easy 35, 40 bucks right there. So we're doing well. I'm so excited. I'm also, you know, looking through everything as I go for myself as well, because I like to thrift. But I'm gonna look a little bit more in the jeans section because, I mean, did I just literally call exactly what I wanted to find and then find it? Yes. So that makes me think I should try again. You know, maybe give me some Veronica Beard. That would be great on the strip. Ola Johnson. That'd be great. So I'm working on sorting my cart, but I found 2 of these, and I wanted to show you guys them because they're great. But I didn't even find them at the same time, so I did find them nearby, but this is what it looks like. It's called Free Fly. Those little squiggles are an E. And then this is the tag I'm more familiar with, where it's actually like sewn on, not sewn on, but like, you know, it's stuck on there. But this brand, I've only found it a few times. Every single time I've had it, it has sold within the first day for me, and usually for around like 30 bucks. So I found 2 of them for $4.99 each. And I'm really excited about this purple one. I think that will do better. The one thing about this white one is, it is white, and you can tell that there's a little bit of a stain on the front, although you might not be able to tell on camera. But I think it's probably still worth taking a chance on, seeing if I can do a little stain treatment, do a little Blue Dawn dish soap on it. But I think I'm gonna get both of them. Since we have enough money in the challenge bank, I think it's worthwhile trying, because I think it could be $5, $10 into 60 to 70. So I think we're gonna go for it, but I guess it is a risk. But what would you do? Would you grab it? I think I'm going to grab it. I stumbled upon all of these menswear pieces on a new rack that were really good, and you'll see a lot of them later on. Hey Kim, how are you?
Good.
Good. It's good to see you. I'll see you later. But this brown velvet kind of like sports coat is so beautiful. So I'm gonna grab that. Show you some of the other pieces too, probably when we get home. But then I did find this velvet piece too, and this is a brand I leave behind all the time. I find it a lot, but this is Soft Surroundings, and it's in a plus size, and that's pretty much, I would say, the most important piece of this puzzle. It's a velvet piece. Velvet's very popular. It has a good sell-through rate for things that are velvet. I looked this up, and a velvet blouse from Soft Surroundings in a size 2X, a lot of them were selling for like 35, 40 bucks. So I think for $4.99, it's definitely worth grabbing. But this is something that I would not suggest doing. I feel like you always need to look up this brand to make sure that the specific style that you find is worth grabbing, because oftentimes it's not. But I do think I'm gonna grab her. So do I need to be in the home goods section? Absolutely not. I am in the middle of moving. It's kind of a long story. But I saw this little Lockabur basket, and I think it's super cute. But it does have a broken handle, and yet it is still $9.99. So that's upsetting, to say the least. But I did also see this cute little stationery set where it has little envelopes, and it's all very pink and floral, and it's $1.99. And I can get behind that. That's new. That's amazing. I do like to write a letter, so I'm gonna grab those. Okay guys, so I was looking on this end cap over here, and I know next to nothing about home goods, about porcelain, about any of this stuff. And sometimes I just, you know, have it upon something and I just realize it's good. This is this beautiful teapot. And I swear, I've heard the name Wedgwood before. So I feel like this is a great pickup for $3.99. The Bullfinch, I looked it up, and it's kind of hard to figure out comps for it, but maybe it's worth something. For $3.99, I'm kind of willing to take the chance that it could not be worth selling and just grab it, but I feel like it's gonna pan out. So I thought that was pretty. And so thus far, I have kind of a girly vibe going on from the things that I found in the home goods section, and I'm loving it. I'm gonna look through more and make sure I don't miss anything, because once you find one thing, you're sure to find something else. So I've got a full cart, found a lot of good things. We're probably gonna spend around $100, I'm assuming, here at the thrift store. And it feels weird, because usually I live like 15 minutes away from this thrift store. I come and I go home, and today we're heading back to Jeremy's mom's house because our house is sold and somebody else lives there now, and it's been kind of hard actually, but I did find a lot of good things. It was nice to come back here for a last hurrah. I found some good stuff, and I'll show you guys everything else that we got when we get home. Okay friends, we made it back home. As you guys have realized probably by this point, we're in my childhood bedroom. It's not neon green sponge paint. It's Amish themed. If you missed those episodes, it's confusing, but we're here. I am in the middle of moving. It's a whole thing, but let's talk about the things that I picked up to resell. I feel pretty good. We have a lot of things here. Oh, I should look for the price. Where is my receipt? Okay, so at Goodwill, I spent $106.65. We had $779.14 in the challenge bank, so now we're down to $672.49. And it might seem like we're kind of at this stagnation point, but in actuality, we're doing really well, and I'm sure there's gonna be even more sales that come in. The last 2 episodes, this episode and the one before it, I'm filming really close together because we're heading into Thanksgiving, and I need to film a little ahead of schedule so that way I can enjoy Thanksgiving too. So with all that being said, I think when we come back from Thanksgiving the week after, I'm assuming that we're gonna be at probably $1,000 of profit. So very excited for that. But if that explains a little bit of why it might seem like we're kind of at a standstill, it's because I have to do these things pretty quickly right now so that I can enjoy Thanksgiving. Okay, let's talk about what I found. I am so excited about this pair of jeans. I hate selling pants and jeans in general, but when you find a pair of Anthropologie Colette pants, it's always gonna be a good day. These are from Maeve. It says the Colette right there. It's this wide leg, kind of like cropped-ish fit of pant. It's really flattering. It's got the patch pockets and they're really cute. Black, yes. $7.99, yes. Size 31, yes. Those are going to do amazing. I'm assuming those will sell pretty quickly, probably for 40 to 50 bucks. Right around there. That's what I generally sell them for. Then you guys saw me pick up this novelty sweater. Oh no, I picked up this cherry sweater, but it's got a hole. What the heckin' Bob? Well, gosh darn it. It looks like the sweater tore right here on the shoulder. It doesn't look super unintentional. Maybe I'll still sell it with the little, because it looks like a cherry almost still. Oh no, that's annoying. $4.99, there's no way I can go back and return this. So, I mean, I'll just try to sell it as it is. I think it's still super cute. $4.99, oh my gosh, that's so upsetting. This happens to me all the time though. If this happens to you, don't feel bad. I literally just found a hole on camera. How embarrassing is that? Size extra small, it's from Altered State. I picked this up because of the cherry print. Cherry print is so in style right now. People are going gaga for cherry print. So that's why I grabbed it. Maybe it was a bad decision. I did not see that hole. That's bad. Let's talk about another fail while we're at it. Not necessarily a huge fail, but this Wedgwood teapot. I was so excited about this. I knew I had heard Wedgwood before. This is called the Bullfinch pattern. This is a great piece. When I was taking the tape off of it, I was staring at the lid and I was like, I'm pretty sure this lid is not actually the lid that goes with this teapot. That is so upsetting. I would say I am 99% positive this is not its lid, which just makes my little heart so sad because it was such a good find. But let me know what you guys think. I feel like the Wedgwood teapot lid is like pointed. Now I'm feeling really dumb. Maybe I made a huge mistake. I wonder if it's still worth selling without the lid. I don't know. That's pretty annoying, pretty upsetting, but let me show you what the bottom looks like so that way you guys can see it for yourselves just in case you ever find it. This was $3.99, so I think that this was not that big of a deal. If it was a mistake, please give me some input. What do you guys think? Is that its actual lid? What would you guys do? Give me your advice. I need it. Home goods is not my specialty, and I stepped into it. I tried to venture out today, and I was rudely awakened that I need to do more research before I buy things in the home good section. Then we found this Beach Riot sweatshirt. This is adorable. This is very in. This brand is really cute. I love selling it. $4.99 for a sweatshirt like this. I would assume I can sell this for $35, if not more. I didn't even look up comps. I just knew it was going to be a good pickup. So Beach Riot, and then on the bottom tag, it says it's a size large. So great size, really cute sweatshirt. Crew necks, love them. Great blue color, no stains. I did double check this piece. So I think that that one will do really well. And then if you guys are wondering about the Vuori piece, I think I'm gonna keep it for myself. Feels a little selfish, but I tried it on and I actually kind of love it. And there's no size on it. It's only $4.99. It's like the cheapest Vuori piece I'm ever gonna find for myself. So I think I'm gonna keep that. Is that okay with you guys? I hope it is. Some people have been being like, make sure you save things for yourself. And I'm a little guilty of that at times. I feel like I would regret selling that one right away. So maybe I'll wear it for a bit. And then when I do sell it, that money will also come into the $5 thrift challenge. But I hope that's okay with you guys. I'm really excited about that. And I thought the color was really cute too for me personally. Okay, then I didn't even show you guys me finding this, I think, because it didn't have a tag on it. So I didn't know what they were gonna price this at the register, and I was kind of nervous about it because you guys know sometimes you get checkout anxiety. Girl, I do get it. But this is a beautiful beaded formal gown, and that's why I didn't know what they were gonna price it at because it didn't have a tag. It's got this black kind of like organza skirt, but then this has this gorgeous bodice. and it's actually a really good size too. So this, I was very excited. This is from Tadashi Shoji, which I love selling this brand. Tadashi Shoji, if I find her vintage things, I've sold lots and lots of dresses from this brand for over $100. And the more intricate, the better. It's a 16Q, so maybe 16 queen size. Like, is that what am I mistaking that? It's from Tadashi Collection 2, TOO. I wonder if this is like a vintage one, you know, it could totally be. But it's 100% silk too. Like, this is gorgeous. And the lady checking out, I love these people. These are my people. This is where I would go to thrift when I was in town. She marked this at $7.99, and it is so incredibly exciting. This is such a gorgeous piece. I'm assuming I can resell this for, I'm hoping $100. Like, I think that will be totally possible. If you don't know this brand, really good one to know, Tadashi Shoji. You can see the Tadashi also on the little like garment hanging strips. And that's how I normally find this brand, is I see these first and then I look in the inside and find the brand. Okay, then this is a very interesting find. So collabs I don't always pick up, but I thought this was such a cute piece. I love this Argyle print. It's very, very in for fall and winter. This is such a cute style. This is an H&M sweater, but it's a collab. So it's Pringle of Scotland by H&M. So this is a sought after collab actually, and most of these sweaters were reselling for 30 to 40 bucks, even though it's from H&M technically. This is a size extra small, but it's definitely oversized, kind of a cropped boxy fit. I feel like a size medium could even wear this too. Like, I am a large, I'm like an extra large, and I think this would almost fit me. So definitely oversized, super cute. So maybe 35 bucks for that. And this was what, $4.99? A lot of the pieces at this Goodwill are all straightly marked. Like $4.99 is really common for tops, $7.99 for dresses, things like that. So I love a straight pricing scheme. I hate it when people just mark every single thing individually. I think that that is such a waste of time, but maybe it works for them. I don't know. I don't know their business. Then I grabbed this piece, this very kind of like boho patterned little tunic, but this is from J. McLaughlin, which is a more expensive piece. It's a more expensive brand, and I have sold a lot of these pieces for around 40 bucks. This piece is a size extra large. It's a really gorgeous print. It was $4.99, and I think I should get around that for this as well. Maybe even around $50 is what I would list this at. But J. McLaughlin is definitely more of like, I would say a more mature brand. Like, I feel like ladies 50 plus really enjoy this brand, and it's very comfortable. The patterns are really cute. It has this little slit there on the side. I do really like this brand, and it is expensive. So to find it in great condition and in larger sizes too, usually do even better, but larger sizes do better. More people can fit into larger sizes than into small. Even if you're a size small, you could wear an extra large, but you can't vice versa that. So that's why I also love to pick up a larger size, because most people are just larger than a size extra small. So then this piece kind of follows that same rule. This is a great pickup because of its size as well. This is a gorgeous kind of pinkish red colored velvet blouse, and it has this little ruffled collar. But this is from Soft Surroundings, and it's in a size 2X. And this velvet plus size, all of this is great factors for it. Velvet is really a good keyword to add into your listings if it is velvet. And this is $4.99 as well. But I think too, for Christmas time, this would be a really cute like Christmas top. It's a kind of a, it's definitely red, but it leans a little bit more pink undertone, but I thought that was so cute. I often leave Soft Surroundings behind because a lot of it is oversaturated and doesn't sell for a lot of money. But that piece had a lot of good factors going for it. Plus size, velvet, all of these things are really good, and things that are sought after outside of that brand, even for the plus size community. So that made it worth picking up. And then I really liked this men's piece too. This is gorgeous. This dark brown, beautiful sport coat, kind of a nice little blazer top. It's in this brown velvet. It's a stunning color. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I'm obsessed with like a chocolate brown. I love a brown. Brown is my like favorite color to wear. I think this is gorgeous. But this is from Banana Republic, which again, I don't pick up quite often. A lot of times it's not worth grabbing, but specific pieces within brands I normally avoid sometimes are worth grabbing. Like this sport coat, this is amazing. This was from Banana Republic, tailored fit, it's a size 40 regular, stunning color, $7.99. This is very nice, very cute. It's nice and long. I think that this will get snatched up in this fall and winter season. And I saw one similar to it selling for around 50 bucks. So that's what I'll hope to get from this one as well. And the other piece I grabbed when I found that Vuori and the Beach Riot piece was this little Lululemon top, which I'm pretty excited about. I think this must be an older piece based off, I don't actually know. I can't tell if it's like newer or older. It's one or the other, obviously, but it has the little Lululemon outline there on the front. I don't know if you can see it, but then it has some texture to it, and it's this pink and white striped little long sleeve. Now, usually if this was a Swiftly, on the bottom hem, when you turn it inside out, it usually would tell you the size, like it'll be stitched into the hem. This one doesn't have that though, so that's why I can't tell what the age of this is. It doesn't have a size dot in it. It does have 4 different stitches here on the back, which I know that these stitches mean something, so I wonder, I think that maybe each one is 2 for the size, so 2, 4, 6, 8, but this looks bigger than a size 8, so that's why I'm so confused. Usually that would be helpful information. Today, I don't know if it's helpful at all. It looks like it's my size. Like it looks like I could wear it, which makes me think that it's a size like 14 from Lululemon. But y'all, I'm gonna have to do some measurements. That's the long and the short of it. Measurements are gonna be required for this piece. Super cute. I don't need it, but do I secretly want it? Yeah, not so secretly. I kind of want it. Do I need it? No, I don't need it. It also has 4 stitches on the inside of the sleeve. So the 4 stitches definitely mean sewing. If you guys are Lulu fanatics, let me know. I get all my information from Lulu Fanatics. That website is a killer. It's amazing. But yeah, I think that those definitely are the size equivalent on this piece, but I don't know what they mean. So I'll do some research. But super cute piece. I would assume that can sell for 35 bucks, maybe a little bit more or less, depending on what style it is. Super helpful, I know. I'm just a bundle of information today. Now, this piece is exciting. I got up to the checkout with both free fly pieces, and the white one, as I was putting forward its like sleeve to have her scan it, I saw stains on the sleeve too. And at that point I was like, there's too many stains on this. I am in the middle of moving. Do I need a project? Absolutely not. So I left it behind. Somebody else can give it a try. But I did pick up this piece, the one with the hood. It's kind of a light purple color, I think. Yeah, I think it's light purplish, but I am excited still to grab this, and I'm sure this will sell quickly, which is why I really am excited to grab it. Free fly, size small, beautiful piece. This brand is so popular, and I think it originates from Colorado, if I'm not mistaken. But this is 70% viscose from bamboo and 30% polyester, so made from bamboo. People go gaga for bamboo, and this also is the free fly little hit down here. So if you're looking and you can't find anything on the inside tag, this is another clue that this is free fly. This is the E in free fly, but this will help you also recognize that it's free fly. So hopefully that helps you find it in the future. Okay, then I found this hat, which I recognize because my husband likes to run, but one of his friends loves this brand. But this is from Sprints. Have you guys heard of this brand? It's a running brand. It felt really nice. It looked cute on the front. Like I loved the style of it. So I thought that it might be worth grabbing. So I looked it up. It says cheaper than Therapy Run Club. It's 2019 from Sprints. And a lot of these were reselling for like 20 bucks. And I was like, okay, this was 99 cents. So I thought it was gonna be worth it. One size fits most, designed in Cincinnati, Ohio. So I thought, you know what, for $1, I feel like I can sell that. Or we can find somebody that would love it. So yeah, it looks like it's in really good condition. It's white on the top and there's no discoloration. So I count that as a win. I think that will be great. I love selling hats. They're super easy to list. So that's great. Then I have an Anthropologie piece, which always excited to find Anthropologie. It's my biggest bread and butter probably is Anthropologie. I love to sell it, and it's pretty easy for me to find Anthropologie pieces at this point. I actually at one point made a whole list of all of the best brands to sell from Anthropologie, like ones that are sold at Anthropologie. Anthropologie doesn't just carry Anthropologie branded things, like Maeve is from Anthropologie. This is Sleeping on Snow, that's from Anthropologie. So if you're interested and haven't watched that video, you should definitely check that out. I'll put a card up above. But this is Sleeping on Snow, like I mentioned. And this is a gorgeous pink sweater, size medium, really kind of chunky fit, kind of off the shoulder, boat neck styling, cable knitting, really cute color. This was $4.99, right? No, $5.99. Okay, $5.99. I see you. Still very affordable, but I picked this up too because there's 19% wool and 18% alpaca, and then the rest is like acrylic and nylon and stuff. But with those fabrics in it, it should go for good money. I'll probably list this for like 50 bucks. It's a really cute sweater. I think this would be perfect for the time of the season that we're in. There's so many pieces here. I was able to get so much for 100 bucks. I'm very pleased with myself. This is a very exciting find. This is the first time I've ever found Filson. And I mean, I guess I found a Filson scarf once, but this is my first time finding a Filson piece of clothing. So look at this little button down, this flannel. It feels extremely high quality. And the tag, I did accidentally rip it off, but it was $9.99, which is expensive for my Goodwills, but I thought it was totally worth it for a Filson piece. This is made in Seattle, Washington, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and it's a size small. So it's a men's size small, but I think this should still be able to sell for around 50 bucks. So I did decide that this was worth it to grab. Filson is a good one to know if you don't already. Let's do a couple of men's pieces back to back because I do pick up mostly women's pieces, but I want to share some good men's brands with you as well. So that Filson piece, great. This is a Peter Millar piece, which I don't always pick up, but this one is not marked up and it also has some factors going for it. So this is a little polo and it's kind of this white cotton material. Here's the Peter Millar logo. If I found this in the bins, I would for sure pick it up. At a garage sale, yes. Just depends on the price. This was $4.99, size medium, 100% cotton, but I did grab this too because Peter Millar is super popular amongst golfers. And for golf, some courses are sought after. I never know which ones, but I looked this one up. So on its sleeve, it says the Cypress Point Club. And so when I looked this up in combination with Peter Millar, then I realized that this would probably sell for like $35. So because of that, I decided to grab it. But sometimes golf courses really detract from the value, so it just depends. Is it a popular golf course? If so, then it might be helpful. Oftentimes it's not though, in my opinion. Then we have this piece, which is a Johnny O piece, and I like selling Johnny O actually. This is a quarter zip pullover. And again, it's embroidered. It has a logo on it, but this is for Purdue. And Purdue, super popular in Indiana. It's embroidered on, really high quality. I wanted to make sure that this wasn't going to detract from the value. So I researched and looked it up on eBay. I put in Johnny O quarter zip, Purdue. And actually, this has a great sell-through rate. They're sought after, and this should sell for around 40 to 50 bucks, which I thought was great. But Johnny O, size extra large. There's the tag one more time in case you find it. Depending on what you find, sometimes it's more worth it than others. More substantial pieces always are gonna be more worth it. This was $5.99. I don't know why they wrote on this one compared to the other ones, but $5.99, totally worth it for 50 bucks maybe out of that. That's another great menswear piece. And then the last menswear item I grabbed was this one. And this is Tommy Bahama, but it's another kind of fun, like plaid looking piece, but it has a very interesting texture. It's actually a really nice texture in my opinion, but this is from Tommy Bahama. I do like to sell Tommy Bahama. It depends again on the piece. The more substantial, the better for me at least, because I'm hoping to find things that will resell for $35 or more at the thrift store. And this one should do that. This is the Coastline Cord, which I looked this up. Tommy Bahama, Coastline Cord, button down, and these were reselling. I think this color especially should do well, and maybe like $35 for this, which is what I'm aiming for. And this one, again, I don't know why they wrote on this one, but $4.99 for this as well. So all those menswear pieces, I find that men are such great buyers. They know what they want. They buy it. They don't make offers. They just do the thing. Women are like, okay, but will you take $5.25 for it? And I'm like, girl, like, just give me a good offer. Men, I find as buyers, I prefer them oftentimes. Do you guys feel me on that? This piece, okay, now this has nothing to do with brand. This is a style-based pickup. And this, I think, will do really well. This is very much so a Y2K 90s style top. I feel like I wore this to elementary school in the early 2000s. This is this really interesting velvet top with metallic running through it, a little bow on the side. I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, the girlies are gonna go crazy for this. I don't know if you can see the metallic. I hope you can. This is just from Notations. It's a size small. I expect this to probably sell on Depop. That's where I feel like my buyer is gonna be for this. But this is the crazy thing. I know you guys have been asking, like, how do I know which place to list on? That's the thing. I list on all of the places, and then whichever place it sells on, that's great. This is definitely vintage. It's a really cool pinkish purple color scheme. Somebody's gonna love this thing. And it was only $4.99. This video is not sponsored by Vendu, but I use Vendu to cross list my pieces to every location. I sell on Poshmark, eBay, and Depop right now. And so I'm gonna list it on all three. And sometimes it'll surprise me. This piece might sell on eBay. It just doesn't, you can't predict it. And that's why I always suggest cross listing. But I think this is such a great find. I think I'll list this for like $35, $45, somewhere in that general range. And I would be shocked if this does not sell quickly. For $4.99, I felt like that was worth grabbing. And then the very last thing I grabbed was one of the first things I found. I accidentally deleted one of my clips from this day. I don't know which one it was, so maybe you've seen this, maybe you haven't. But it's the Tory Burch shoes. I decided to grab these. They're in a little bit of rough condition, but I still think they're probably worth grabbing. I don't know, this might have been a mistake. I put them at the bottom of my cart and then I sorted my cart, went to check out, had them still, and I was like, ooh, I should have made sure those were worth buying. But I was on a time crunch this day. They have a lot of wear to the bottoms, and that's why I am questioning whether I should have grabbed them. Hopefully this video is not making you guys all hate me because I'm just questioning every decision I've made. But it's just that kind of time of the year where I just question a lot of things, you know. But $12.99 for these is steep, but they are really beautiful. Are they blue or black? I have this hardest time. I think they're black, and they're a size 8.5, and they are leather, and I think they look a lot better from this angle than from the bottom angle. There's just a lot of wear on them, and I kind of feel like maybe that was a mistake to buy these, but I have them now. So let's see if I can wring $12 out of them and at least make back my money. But I feel like we had a lot of hits here. Like the clothing on the whole, really great. Did I make a mistake with that Wedgwood teapot? You let me know. I fear that the consequences of that action might be severe. But I also might have messed up with the Tory Burch shoes, found a hole in the cherry sweater. Other than that, everything went pretty well, I would say, for being in there. I was in there for a few hours, but I had to leave to, you know, drive across the state to get back home. So it was a whirlwind of a day, and I did it. I made it back home. Here we are. As a recap, you guys are gonna be seeing this on the week of Thanksgiving, very exciting. But as we head into Thanksgiving, we have $672.49. I expect to have a lot more sales coming into this next weekend because of it being, you know, a holiday and Black Friday. So I'm hoping that next time you see us, we will have $1,000 in our challenge bank, but we're well on our way to our 10,000 goal. Thank you guys for supporting the challenge. Make sure you hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.